Okay, collective, let's get some messages for the 5th. This is April 2022. These are messages for the collective, worldwide collective energy. What's going on today? What's the situation today? Please God, clear, concise messages. 3. Thank you, everyone. All right, what is the situation today? Move this a little tiny bit. What's the situation today? Collective. All right, look at this. 8 of Cups coming out for the situation. So this is being aware of needing to walk away from something that's emotionally unfulfilling. The 8 of Cups is a pretty standalone card in terms of its like really distinct meaning. Depending on surrounding cards, it can mean, excuse me, dark night of the soul. It can mean walking away from something that even you've worked at for a long time emotionally, or that was at one point fulfilling for you. And this is a general reading, so this could be business, romance, this could be your own personal spiritual journey, whatever this is for you. But this is acknowledgement. And the 8s are very powerful in terms of transformation. So these are your thoughts. Straddling the line between 2 worlds here in terms of your thinking about the situation. And for the purposes of today's reading, the situation will always be the 8 of Cups. So we're in our feelings here collectively. So there's a perspective of victory, of success, of acknowledgement, accolades here with the 6 of Wands, the 2 of Pentacles here, and this is in your thoughts, okay? 2 of Pentacles really speaks to juggling something. It can be 2 worlds of some sort, 2 relationships, 2 life, work, balance, that type of thing. It could be a transition period here as well. And then with the Tower showing up, so some Mars energy, some explosive energy here. This is very sudden change, and it could just be that you could be receiving accolades. You could be in a position where you're not used to receiving them or giving them here. So it's either how something's being presented to you or how you're presenting yourself to a situation or someone else. But between 2 worlds would make sense here as well, because between the 8 and the 9 of Cups is that you can see him walking away. He's leaving what he's got built behind him toward the mountain. He's going to do some deep emotional exploration. But ultimately the 8 is acknowledgement, so at least acknowledging this. I think you either could be seeking perhaps more attention from this, or you're trying to balance the worlds between doing it alone and making it obvious to everybody, or the other way, making it obvious to everybody or feeling like you should do something alone here. I want to mention, if this is a love reading for you, that this could be someone who is trying to juggle something, 2 worlds around, in terms of, the phallus and just being highly sexual and sexually charged. This can be someone who really needs, you or the other person could need acknowledgement here, or else you're going to move on, or this is part of moving on. But if this is business, health, or investments, this is maybe something not going exactly as you had planned here, but it's not a total flop. All right, let's see. Or, these are your thoughts about the situation, right? So here are the feelings, collective feelings about the situation. Wow, I saw this as I was shuffling earlier, I gotta say, as I was cutting the deck earlier. So the Judgment showed up yesterday, I believe, as well. So this is a Judgment call. This is a literal phone call, and this is in your feelings, okay? So a second chance here is highly indicated. This is your higher self. We're looking at that angelic being behind these sort of resurrection, okay? So something could be coming back around, and that's why you have to perhaps deal with something in a final way here. And again, I think in terms of being gentle with ourselves too, you may have just overcome something and you come up another wall or come up another situation here where you have to face something, or you or the other person. But it's a big deal. It's our second major arcana, the first one being the Tower here. Ultimately, this does mean that something that it looked like it was on solid ground, but it wasn't. So this always does you a favor. Even though there's a sudden change or upset here with the Tower, ultimately it wipes away what wasn't solid or built to last anyway. And I think this is part of the situation, being this acknowledgement that it's time to move on. And yeah, it has something to do, excuse me, with a victory. But here in the heart space, right, this element of a judgment, someone's judging here. So this can be your higher self, but in terms of the heart, perhaps that's what you're looking for. And it's a really nice energy to have for the situation, honestly, because especially in the feelings about the situation, because I feel like in a way, it might even be here that you've begun something and it wasn't finished. In terms of, say, self-exploration or actualization or fulfillment or happiness here. And there's another way to do this, or maybe a second look. And maybe you're in a position now that you weren't the first time it came around or you were faced with this. So you have an opportunity here, or you could be the opportunity here for someone who's walking away from something that's not emotionally fulfilling. So let's see the most probable outcome here. What's the most probable outcome here for the situation, Global Collective? Cool. Wow, so really gorgeous energy here. So we have another major arcana with the Magician here with this reunion card, the Three of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. This extremely intelligent but arm's length kind of personality. This could be a Libra you're dealing with, any air sign or air element. Or the element of air, rather. But yeah, look at this. And Gemini and Virgo are both masters of this, being Mercury ruled. So those could be involved as well. But a reunion here, the most probable outcome. So looking forward, right? This is manifestation energy. And this is you propelling yourself through this knowledge base, through this understanding. If you aren't dealing with an actual woman, possibly older than you, but there's this element of reunion, happiness. Here we have this 3, right? This 8 of Cups, this moving on to something greater, and you're aware of that. And then this reunion, this happiness, sweet celebration card. This is one of the, I would say, the most lovely cards in, especially the Cups, is the 3. And it could just mean a huge party, but definitely getting together. There's a massive celebration here with friendships. So manifesting this, manifesting equality could be another portion of it too. We do have the balance of the scales here indicated with Libra. And she rules the Queen of Swords here. This is also arm's length, and this is sort of the coldest of the queens, where she's just like, I've heard it all before. Nothing escapes her. She has seen it all. She can be accused of being a little bit tough, but there is the manifestation of either with this person or with this energy. And this energy is extremely fair and balanced. and it involves really clever communication. So this person is interested in communication, or the manifestation here is around communication, balanced reunion, but also fairness. We keep seeing reciprocity throughout the readings in the last couple of days here as well. And maybe that is the wish. That is the wish to become more of actualizing yourself as that truly intelligent manifester. Sort of being able to celebrate something in your own life here where you've had a second chance or another look at something that was important to you. And it is something that you have to keep balanced. And it definitely affects your emotions. So even with the Two of Pentacles here, there is this element, there's an unsturdiness, right? You can see with his feet, one is not even touching the ground. So there's a lot of juggling energy here, if that resonates with anyone there. So let's get, look at this for more energies here. So we have some earth and water showing up. So let's get into external energy for the reading. So external energies for today, or forces outside of us or the other person, as it were. King of Cups, Nine of Swords, and the Hanged Man. So this is a lot of anxiety and sleeplessness. We keep seeing this card show up in the last couple of days with this frozen, okay? And you'll see here that there's this Swords energy. You know, what do you say? It's almost like, what do you say? Even though there's this strong feeling energy. Here we have the King of Cups. This could be an actual Scorpio, but it could be just any water sign. Or water energy here, right? This is deep emotions, excuse me, and Hanged Man energy is talking about that Pisces energy where it's just like, is this an illusion? I'm so in my feelings. Something so deep, could even feel hidden. It could feel inaccessible sometimes. And this is definitely weighing heavy here with the Nine of Swords. The Hanged Man also talks about inaction. So it's suspension, surrender, sacrifice, or release. Oops. He's oftentimes forced into this position unless one can humble oneself. But it's the feelings are extremely, I would say here with the Nine of Swords, almost daunting. But there's this, perhaps, and this is the thing, you know, how do you express, or how does this work in the world of feelings, right? How do you get to that? You need to explore, or at least the situation is saying, the exploration through our own deep feelings can't be halted here. You know, it is the dark night of the soul for a reason. No, there's no pill, there's no retreat, there's no exercise, there's no 10-step, right? Something that you need to do on your own. But you are aware here, or at least the most probable outcome suggests here, that it's really important to beware of what you're manifesting. And to invite positive things. Maybe a reunion is necessary here. Maybe a talk about your feelings is necessary here. Or just finding an element of celebration within your own feelings, or within this process, and welcoming it, right? Seeing it, say, through a different lens here. So with the internal energy, or this is subconscious energy, so we have these two pentacle energies, young male earth signs, literally looking at each other. So you could be dealing with younger male earth sign, or this is just their energy. This is really slow moving energy, but there is a permanence here. There is an investment here. So, and then there's the permanence here with the Hierophant, with that Taurus energy, with possessions, with initiation. So something is really important to you in a very practical way. This could have to do with an offer, proposal, really good news. This could be, I would even say here, possibly the written word, or a gift, something that's made, like handmade or tangible. If this is about money, for example, this is a very big deal in terms of financial investments and possible windfalls. So small investment could generate in a long term. This could be relational. I suppose it can be for any situation, but any investment is supposed to arrive at this leveling up, okay? This is initiation. This is higher learning, higher knowledge. It is a marriage card as well, but of course we just know that that means there's an institutional element to this here. There's a recognition. There are students here. There is the teacher here, but this is about, in terms of a major arcana especially, we have this this honorable system. There's something about a system here. So if this is an economic system, this is a deep desire for a greater return, for an investment, long term, okay? And then possessions and valuables. So you could be dealing with that sign here as well. So let's look at bottom and the top of the deck for general energy. Fool at the bottom of the deck. So this is general energy for the entire reading today. And then at the top of the deck, the Four of Cups. Interesting, right? I was just saying earlier about what are you putting your mental energy to. Beware of what you are thinking of when you're going through this, because the manifestation power is real. So maybe it's just about meeting your match here. Maybe it's about... There are a lot of different signs, elements in these court cards, right? There's swords and cups and pentacles. Maybe there's just this language that, you know, and maybe that's about this self-discovery here. How do I speak this language? Or you could be learning something new. With the Fool, this is a great journey. The Fool's journey, you get to start over here. Something is brand new. This is wonderful, right? We see this here with the Tower and a second chance. So... I mean, there's always the possibility that one feels for being taken for a fool, whatever situation that finds you in. But I would say here with the Fool's journey, the heart is so full and the universe has your back, particularly because of this higher recognition. I do consider the Eight of Cups to be a really powerful card, believe it or not. I don't know if it gets the recognition it deserves, in my view, because recognizing Dark Night of the Soul is necessary. It's necessary to taking that journey toward, guess what? That Nine of Cups, which is self-satisfaction. So you know what awaits you. You know that this is all worth it. It's just sometimes the letting go period, right? So a new world awaits you here, and this is Om energy. This is the beginning of something really fabulous, perhaps even a new life in some way for you. And then paired here with the Four of Cups, there's almost like something could be right in front of you, too close to see, and you might not be seeing it. Or you could be ignoring something about the cups here, ignoring that need for reunion, ignoring that perhaps, I would say, the need even for a celebration. Maybe there is something to celebrate here, even if it's small. But this is considered a boredom card here with the Four of Cups. But look, the Three of Cups is underneath her, and she's not even paying attention to this new love opportunity. Even the one here with the Eight would lead to that. So there's this sense of being a little bit apathetic about this new journey, not feeling completely confident here. But the Three of Cups is indicated here. So maybe the answer is in a reunion somehow or a celebration. You know, be willing to take that leap. The Fool also speaks to a leap of faith as well, right? It's a new chapter. So something really exciting could happen today if you were to take a leap of faith. Try to stay out of the headspace here with this external energy. This could just be too many thoughts about the situation. This could be too much chatter, monkey mind, if it's not actual communication with other people, too much input, if there's been gossip, etc. and it's sort of just, freezing the feeling situation here. So there's a lot to offer. There's a lot of solid ground here within, though. So be willing to take that leap of faith and reunite with perhaps a gentler side of yourself, a more intuitive side of yourself. Be willing to face some deep emotions could be here indicated as well, just because we have the King of Cups down here. For the external energy, something could feel weighty, or a person just in your environment could, have their feelings on their sleeve today, and it's just feels like a lot. You could feel arm's length about that. So I'm going to leave it there. I hope that was helpful to someone out there. Thanks, as always, for joining me, Collective. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.